Hi everyone, I'm Scott. Welcome back to the Movie Reviewers 100. This is a collaboration channel, mostly just EJ and me, Puckbon 007 at this point right now. The last few weeks have just been us. But we've been having fun reviewing movies from actors based on a particular theme each week. And this week we're doing Kate Winslet. Kate Winslet, EJ says, is his favorite actress of all, and hey, that's not a bad choice whatsoever. I've grown quite fond of her as well. I recently wanted to take a look at a movie that I hadn't seen since it was in the theater about 15 years ago, and that's Quills. For those of you who aren't aware, a quill is a writing instrument. You take a feather with a strong stem and you sharpen the point of the stem, and then you dip it in. Oh, wait a minute, you guys have all seen Harry Potter movies, right? Good, so you know what a quill is. Great. So anyway, this movie takes place in the 1700s in a mental institution in France. And the person who runs the institution is a cleric, what they call an abbé, played by Joaquin Phoenix. And he is overseeing the day-to-day operations and counseling the supposedly disturbed patients who are sort of locked up at night. One of the other major characters is played by Kate Winslet. She is one of the staff of the asylum who does laundry, along with her mother. But of course, the star of the movie is Geoffrey Rush as the Marquis de Sade. He has been placed there in the asylum by his wife because she feels it's better to be married to a lunatic than a criminal. His writing basically is profoundly disturbing to some of the more uptight people in their society. He's something of an embarrassment, and so she had him committed rather than have him convicted of obscenity charges because he writes about sexuality quite a lot. He's got this style about him which sort of puts a lot of sort of fruit and flower metaphors on parts of the human body that he enjoys. And his cell, if you will, in the asylum has lots of nice furniture, and he has wine, and he has great food, and and everything like that, and he entertains visitors. Well, he entertains the cleric anyway, the abbé, played by Joaquin Phoenix. But he's got this very florid way of speaking, and I kind of was struck by how much he's speaking like Barbossa. This is sort of his preparation for playing Barbossa in the Pirates of the Caribbean movies. He speaks in a very similar way to that character. So anyway, he has been smuggling, even though he's locked up in this asylum supposedly because he's disturbed for having write such explicit fiction, he's been smuggling his new writings out of the asylum with the help of Kate Winslet. I believe her name is Madeline. Anyway, Madeline's been taking his pages that he's been writing and hiding them in the laundry basket, and then going out into the courtyard where she meets a man on horseback who works for a publisher and hands him the pages, and he goes off and publishes them, and they have these little books that they distribute around town, and everyone's just like super excited about these raunchy stories that are written in this very florid style. And people actually will stand around in the street reading them aloud to people who can't even read. Everyone is enjoying this, and of course this makes everyone, the people who are sort of running the country, you know, you've got Napoleon, who's is he like emperor? I can't remember if he's like emperor of France or something like that. Anyway, they're all super upset because this guy is stirring up such a ruckus, so they hire a doctor played by Michael Caine to go and sort of establish order. Michael Caine's a very, very cruel character. He is fond of torture, water torture, and all sorts of really sort of heinous physical therapies, if you will, to get people to start behaving themselves. He is not a nice person whatsoever. Early on in the movie, he visits a convent because he's been promised one of the girls there as his bride, but she's still underage. He doesn't care about that. He probably likes that, and he wants to exert control over her and pretty much everyone else. Unfortunately, his architect for his new home is played by Stephen Moyer, and he takes a liking to Michael Caine's new young bride, and so they end up having an affair. And Michael Caine's not happy about that. In the meantime, he is doing everything he can to there's sort of a battle of wills going on between Joaquin Phoenix and Michael Caine over what's the best way of getting the Marquis de Sade to behave himself, and you know, the Marquis isn't having any of it. You know, he wants to keep writing, even if they take away all his quills and his parchment. He'll write on his sheets with wine. He'll write in his own blood. He'll write on his clothes. You know, he'll write on the walls. He'll write anywhere that he can. And of course, this just infuriates Michael Caine even more, and he establishes, you know, a sort of rigorous punishment for him, you know, taking away everything that he has. Meanwhile, Kate Winslet, she's, you know, caught between her affection for the Marquis and wanting to help him, and she has unrequited feelings for the Abbey, Joaquin Phoenix, and Joaquin Phoenix, of course, is in love with her because she's Kate Winslet. Not really, of course, but still, I mean, you know, you put Kate Winslet in one of these movies with a chorus and everything like that, who wouldn't fall in love with her, really? So yeah, everything just sort of, it's just this mashing of personalities. The Marquis is pissing off everyone and causing all kinds of problems, and this is just you know, infuriating Michael Caine and Joaquin Phoenix. Although Joaquin Phoenix is just trying to show the value of temperance, you know, and not to just write about sort of base animal instincts that humans have, to write about poetry and love and honor and things like that. Marquis is just like, nah, none of that, man. I want to talk about, you know, having sex, just lots and lots of sex in my books, and also other stuff. So yeah, it's a really good movie. It's directed by Philip Kaufman. I haven't seen a lot of his movies. I know he did The Right Stuff, which was an 80s movie about some of the first astronauts, some of the first American astronauts to fly up into space in a capsule. Ed Harris is one of the main characters in that, Fred Ward. Who's the guy in the, oh shoot, Sam Shepard, right, Sam Shepard plays Chuck Yeager. And he also did the movie Rising Sun, which is an adaptation of a Michael Crichton thriller with Sean Connery and Wesley Snipes. Good cast, but a really, really bad movie. This one is really, really good. I really like it a lot. It's very stylishly shot. It looks great. Kate Winslet looks amazing. She's so gorgeous. Yeah, so, and some of the other, a lot of the characters in the movie are just like driven mad by just how gorgeous and attractive that she is. And who could blame them, really? Who could blame them? I actually just watched a Kate Winslet movie that I hadn't seen before a while back when we did Alan Rickman Week. We were talking about, he directed a movie called A Little Chaos that she starred in. Again, it's another period drama where she's wearing a corset. You know, you just can't look away from her when she's dressed like that, really. She's amazing. I wanted to thank EJ for mentioning The Life of David Gale as well. He mentioned Quills as well. I think he's probably seen that one. Life of David Gale is a movie that I really like, where she plays an American. I'm also a big fan of Little Children, the Todd Field drama that she did, in which she also plays an American. I kind of wish that she had won Best Actress for that movie. She won for The Reader instead, of course, playing a German. But yeah, Quills, a very high recommendation for me. Really, really terrific movie. And some of the dialogues in this movie are so great, I back the disc up and watch them over again immediately after they had finished. You know, there's 2 or 3 scenes in there that I had to watch a second time just because the dialogue and the acting is so great. So, thank you very much for watching. This is my little review of Quills. Please do visit our Facebook page and suggest other actors or directors or other genres that we could focus on for upcoming weeks. We also have an Instagram page. I'm not sure that gets updated frequently, but it's there for you to see. We've got some pictures up there related to the themes that we're doing. And so thank you for watching, and subscribe if you haven't already. Thanks very much. We'll see you again next week with a new theme. Later.